YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Duke back from sportsgamers.com. And if you're struggling on defense in Madden 22, you must watch this video. In this Madden 22 tip video, I'm about to break down one simple tip that is going to completely change and improve your defense. So this year, guys, you know it's pretty hard to keep the quarterback in the pocket as far as from rolling out and throwing crossers and corners and all that. I mean, Salmon has been the last year or two, just a mobile quarterback is really, really tough to defend. Well, I have one simple trick that's going to completely shut that down. So you can do this from lots of formations on defense. I like to use nickel 2-4-5 odd a lot. If you're going to run this, I would look at the Chicago or the Tampa Bay playbook on defense. Offensively, I got the Seattle playbook, so I can show this to you against a lot of the meta, which is, well, rolling out a bunch tight end. So let's start with PA boot over, which has been a problem play for years. We're going to use the play Sam Mike 3 press. Now I'm going to back the ball up, give myself some room to work with. Now before I go any further, just as a reminder, guys, if you enjoy my tips, my gameplays, my content on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video. All that stuff helps me out a ton as a content creator. If we can get to 200 likes on this video, I will drop another fire tip. So look, this is pretty easy how to do this. We're just going to spread our defense with step one. So to do that, I hit either R1 on PlayStation or RB. And then I hit up on the left stick to spread them out. Next thing I do is I go ahead and repress my defense. And then I hit QB contain, which is either, again, R1 PlayStation, RB Xbox. And the last thing I want to do is slide this linebacker out about 2 steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the linebacker on the blitz angle, and I'm just going to engage with the guard right off the bat. Now what works with this, and you want to have a fast D end, is that this D end is actually on the contain now, and if they try to roll out, he's pretty much not going to give up containment. So we just basically engage with the O lineman in front of us and then drop back in coverage. And you can adjust this coverage however you want. It's a cover 3 base. Guys, if you're looking to get better at Madden 22, make sure you check out sportsgamers.com. That's where I post all my premium Madden 22 tips and ebooks. I have offensive and defensive schemes, weekly tip updates for current and next gen. If you enjoy my free YouTube content, as you see here, you're definitely going to enjoy my premium content on sportsgamers.com. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at this works. We're going to do the late fade. We're going to look to roll out. And we're going to see what happens. As you guys can see here, easily able to stop this rollout. I realize he broke the sack, but that's kind of besides the point. You want to look at how this guy reacts. Look, he is actually playing his contain properly. He's not just running smack dab into the O lineman or the tight end. He's kind of just waiting. And he's keeping his outside leverage. So, as soon as we roll out, you guys can see, bam, he comes off the block and he's in our face. So let's do that again. So again, all I do is spread the defense out, press coverage, QB contain, and slide the blitzing linebacker out a step or two. So you also need to stand over this guard because you guys can see when we do that, now this guy's on the contain. That's the key. This defensive end over here needs to be on the contain. And I do run this defense with auto flip on so that it aligns properly to the, basically you always want this bunch corner, the slot corner to be on the bunch side of the field because, if this bunch tight end, that's going to get this blitz coming off the tight end side, which is where everybody tries to roll out. Now, it's going to be a bit different if somebody's running actual gun bunch, which we're going to show you in a second, but I do want to do this one more time so you guys can see. You try to roll out, and we don't even have time for anything to develop because we're getting sacked so fast. Now, you can adjust your zone drops if you wanted to with the flats or the curl flats, but that's completely up to you. A lot of times when I'm running this defense, I'll just shade down to get hard flats, and then I'll take away the deeper crosser myself with my user. That's normally what I do. But I want you guys to look at this from the defensive end's point of view. He's going to go ahead and really quick, you guys can see, as soon as the rollout happens, he is going to come off. He has outside leverage, and he's here for the sack. We're not going to give up this rollout with this defense. It's just not happening. As you guys can see here, that is outstanding defense. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, so let's look at how to run the same concept from gun bunch. Gun bunch is a little bit different because most of the time people are going to roll out on the actual bunch side, which is the 3 receiver side. So you're going to want to run this concept a little bit differently. If someone's running a delayed fade, maybe try to do something like bunch trail to roll out and maybe throw a post or a corner. We're going to have to run this defense different, right? Because with this, they're going to be not rolling to the linebacker side, but the 3 the 3 receiver side, which is going to be the corner. So in this case, I actually like to do a similar thing from pinch 2. So the setup I use for pinch 2 is a bit different than I would use against the bunch tight end. Again, a little bit different. This time they're probably going to roll out to the 3 receiver side. So with this, I don't spread my defense. I just press coverage. I'm actually going to crash my D-line, slant them to the inside, which you hit left on the D-pad and down on the right analog stick. And then I QB contain. Now, still though, we have to use some of the similar concepts in order to get this to work. We're just not doing exactly the same, but it's kind of the same idea at the end of the day to keep the quarterback from rolling out. You're still going to hit the QB contain, and you're still going to slide the slot corner on the bunch side out. So, move him out a yard or 2. Then I'm going to put my user over here on a blitz angle, and at the snap, I do like to engage with the line. And then I do drop back into coverage. But this is the whole idea. Again, we want to either get this corner or this defensive end to be able, if they see the rollout, to just be able to come around the corner just like that. And, we're not going to be able to get around there. And now my guy's stuck. I can't even move. But if you take a look at the replay, you'll see that by sliding this guy out, it's able to prevent the rollout because it's just way too far for that guy to be able to get leverage on him to prevent the rollout. Now, again, this is something to use against people who are abusing rolling out. Like, obviously, if they're not always rolling out and just staying in the pocket, there's definitely better ways you could set your defense up. But for the guy who just, no matter what, it seems like every single time he hikes the ball, he's trying to run out of the pocket, throw crossers, corners, posts, whatever the case may be. This is definitely your best bet. You can even apply the same concept against trips. So you all know it's another formation, PA crossers, right? So against trips, I'll go back to the sandbag press defense, sandbag 3 press. Again, I'm spreading my defensive out, pressing them, going ahead and QB contain, moving this guy out, going over here my user, and you're going to see, we're going to get that same thing to where if they try to roll out tight inside, this defense will stop that. You guys can see here, this guy's waiting for me, and it's just not happening. Now, like I said, with this defense, you could use zone drops. Personally, I don't. I just shade underneath to take away the hard flat, and I guard the crosser myself. Because remember, I can't do it here because I'm playing offense and defense at the same time. But, basically with this guy who's my user, I am standing over the guard. But as soon as the ball snapped and I engage with him, then I'm dropping back. And, I'm trying to cover the deep crossers, corners, post type routes. But one more time with this, and then we will be done. Just want to show you guys it. Very consistent. You cannot roll out against this. This time my guy actually came through, and we actually got a pick. So at the end of the day, if the offense cannot roll out of the pocket and throw these annoying routes, you're going to have a much easier time on defense. A lot of people ask me for defense for this. Here you guys go. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.